Hola a todos, Profe here. Let's learn how to count past 1,000. First, let's review our smaller numbers from 0 to 39, because if you know the smaller numbers, the bigger ones will be a piece of cake. Count with me. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38 y 39. A few tips. For the teens, we are literally saying 10 and 6, 10 y 6, 10 and 7, 17, and so on. The numbers 21 to 29 are written out as 20, and then a number from 1 to 9 with no space in between. Although you're going to hear them pronounced the same as the bigger numbers, they are written differently. The numbers 30 through 99 will be written as 3 separate words. Now that we've reviewed our smaller numbers, let's move on to 40 through 100, 40 through 100, but counting by tens. 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. Sometimes for English speakers, it can be difficult to remember the order for 60 and 70. One way to remember is that 6 comes before 7 and S comes before T. Also, the first part of these words look similar to their smaller counterparts. 30 looks like it started out as 3. 40 looks like 4. 60 looks like 6. 70 looks like 7, so on. Now, all you need to count to 99 is the multiple of 10 you want, followed by the word y, and then a number from 1 to 9. If, for example, you want to say 81, we would say 80 for 80, the word for and, which is y, and then add the word for 1. That gives us 81. Let's practice. I'm going to say these pretty fast. If you want time to figure it out on your own, feel free to pause the video. Here we go. 41, 42, 43, 53, 54, 55, 65, 66, 67, 77, 78, 78, 79, 81, 82, 83, 93, 94, 95, 100. Notice that all of these, except 100 for 100, have the ending enta, E-N-T-A. Basically, that's just the ty ending for English numbers like 40, 50, 60, and so on. You see I have ciento written down. That's because any number over 100 will be ciento, like 101 is 101. Well, you've got this. Let's keep going to 1,000. It's the same pattern in the higher numbers. So to say 105 would be 105. The main difference here is that in English, we add in the word and, while in Spanish, we leave it out. Some of us might start to stress when the numbers get higher than 100, but I'll tell you a trick. You say numbers in Spanish almost the same way you say them in English. Let's look at 200 as an example. If you read from left to right, The first word you'll say is two, and we all know the Spanish word for two. So we say dos, and then we say 100 for cientos, and that gives us 200. 300 would be 300, 400, 400, and the pattern stays the same. There are three that break that pattern, and those are 500 for 500, 700 for 700, and 900 for 900. I will write out the hundreds from 1 to 1,000 so that you can practice saying the number in Spanish. Pause if you need to. Here we go. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, and that brings us to 1,000, 1000. Keep in mind, if we want to say 1,000, we simply say 1000 and not 1000. From here, the pattern's even easier. 2,000 is 2,000, 3,000 is 3,000, 4,000, 4,000, 5,000, 5,000, and so on. Do you think you could say 5,874 in Spanish? It's not that hard. Just read it left to right. Pause if you want extra time. Hopefully, what you got is, reading left to right, 5,874. Hopefully, you found this video helpful. Feel free to leave questions or comments, and please subscribe. Gracias y nos vemos.